It's like adding wasabi to the final thing, and you didn't know it was there. Boom, it's there, now it's spicy, but you kind of like it. Hi syndicates, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing what a lot of people don't like to talk about, which is how I create ad campaigns as a beauty influencer. What a lot of people don't understand is that weeks of planning goes into creating a single video for an ad campaign. So let me tell you what's up. Today I'll be creating a design for FabFitFun. Keep in mind, this YouTube video is not sponsored by FabFitFun whatsoever. However, I have a paid opportunity with them for TikTok, which I'll be sharing the final video at the end of this one, so make sure to wait until the very end of the video to see the final product. A little bit about me: in 2020 I gave up the corporate world to become a full-time influencer, and I've had to figure out everything every step of the way. So I've decided to share behind the scenes of what you would do when you get a paid campaign. Keep in mind that depending on what niche you're in, your process is going to look a little bit different from mine, but regardless of what content you produce, this video can be very helpful to explain the process of what goes on behind creating one single video and why the heck it's so important for brands to pay creators what they're worth. Now, the craziest thing is that 99% of the people watching my videos are actually non-subscribers, so it would really help the channel grow if you hit that subscribe button right now and also the notification bell. Without further ado, let's go get right into it. The first step in the process of creating an ad campaign as a beauty influencer is deciding the design. This makeup design is arguably probably the most important step, because if you have a bad design, even if you create a good video, you might not get the response that you want. You already know what works for your channel and your TikTok pages or your Instagram pages, so you shouldn't be going so far beyond your normal content in order to impress the brand, whether that is a makeup style or if that's a style of video. I decided to create as my creative concept a challenge that was based off of the Chopped TV show. It's basically when they give you a box full of mystery ingredients and you have to create something out of it, a new dish. So because my content is all about makeup challenges, I decided to kind of merge the two together by taking some of the products that are in the box and using that as inspiration to create my final look. Then based on each of the products, I decide which one am I going to use for texture, color, or shape. Step 2 is actually drawing the design and making sure it works with the things that are in my brain. Most of the time I like to improvise. However, when it comes to these type of ad campaigns, I want to make sure that everything that I do is carefully thought out. My go-to app in designing face charts is Procreate on iPad. This is the actual design of what I'm going to be creating today, and as you can see, I have color matched the design to whatever products I decided I was inspired by in the FabFitFun box. And if you want to learn how to create a Procreate face chart just like this for your own face, just using a selfie, then make sure you check out this video because it's a step-by-step tutorial. It's quite easy to follow. I want to show you like the janky sketches that I actually did preliminarily the day before. I had a couple of directions that I could have gone, and these are the really awful sketches that started. The next step in the process of creating my ad campaign is to color match to the products by using actual makeup products. These two colors are a very close match to these ones, and I think that's perfect. It adds some spark to the overall piece when there is something that is unknown. It's like adding wasabi to the final thing, and you didn't know it was there. Boom, it's there, now it's spicy, but you kind of like it. For this wine cooler that I received, I like the lines. This is a little yellower and this is a little bit oranger. So I'm gonna take the color and I'm gonna use a white to draw these lines instead in my design. Also, when it comes to ad campaigns, you wanna make sure that you don't accidentally show logos of other brands that are not part of the campaign, because that would be a no-no. The next step is to outline what I'm going to be doing in the video, and this is in form of a bullet point list. It's really simple. Most of the time I just think about it and I do it, and you just have to make sure that the requirements, for example, the length and duration, the type of audio, the FTC disclosure, aka like hashtag ad, is in the caption tags, and you and the brand have communicated very clearly on what needs to be included and what is free for you to experiment with. Which brings me to the next step, which is filming in parts where the story would make sense. Just like in movies, sometimes they film the ending before the beginning, and so you just kind of adapt depending on what you can work on that day. I will film the parts that shows my natural face without makeup because the whole aspect of avant-garde makeup is that there's a big transformation at the end. I only film bits of the progress in my makeup so that I don't have to keep my camera on for 4 hours or so that it takes me to do the makeup, which is something that I used to do because I wanted to create time-lapse video, but it took a really long time for me to cut and edit and render the entire video through and through, and oftentimes my laptop would crash because there was just too big of a file. So I'd highly recommend, if you're running into similar issues, you don't have that much storage space, your camera keeps shutting off after 30 minutes, just film tiny parts of it, make it a short tutorial video, depending on what the ad campaign requires you to do. You're kind of teasing them by not showing everything. Finally, you want to put it together in post and edit the entire video to completion. And you can do this either on your phone or on your computer. When you finish everything, send it off for approval, and then you have a post date where you will release the video into the world and hope that people really enjoy it. That's basically the entire process of me creating an ad campaign, but here's some bonus considerations that I feel like is really important to mention. And the first thing is that whenever I have a sponsored post, I want to make sure that my channels and my pages stay authentic as much as possible. In order to do that, I will create maybe 2 or 3 extra videos that have nothing to do with the ad campaign in itself. It doesn't even mention the brand. It just focuses on the makeup, and that is more free content to entertain my audience. If you like this video, make sure to check out this other video about how I created a viral series on TikTok where I made fake commercials for colors. And if you want to see more behind the scenes content, please consider joining my Patreon community. As usual, stay creative, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Ooh, what's that? No, not you. That. This is going to be a makeup challenge. I can feel it.
Here's how this is going to work. I'm going to be looking through all of these different random things and creating some sort of a avant-garde makeup look out of it. Bluetooth speaker, ice mold, this wine cooler, citrus squeezer, a selfie light clip, these really cute blue light glasses. And I got some other stuff. Oh, what am I going to do? 3, 2, 1. Oh. Oh. And this is the final look.
What do you think of my makeup? Leave a comment below.